And joining me on the phone now is Mr. Edwin Marshall. He is the CEO of Medizone International Incorporated. MZEI is the stock symbol. Ed, it's good to talk to you again.
It's a pleasure to talk to you, Don.
Well, Ed, you know, we've been following your company now for a few months. It's really fascinating because you have this AseptAssure technology, which of course can sterilize a hospital room in a matter of minutes. But you've taken that technology now and have turned it into an entire industry. Tell us about that.
Well, basically, when we started killing pathogens in our lab, we got to a point where we were being so successful it was beyond our original expectations, and we started working with pathogens like Bacillus subtilis and C. difficile at a full sterilization level, which opened up the bioterrorism countermeasures market. So we have variants for bioterrorism countermeasures. The units that are appropriate for hotels can be scaled down a bit and used in cruise ships and things like that. So we have literally started to develop a whole line of sterilization products that we do believe will be an industry.
Now, of course, you had mentioned to us on the program that I think, and I'll try to remember the statistic, but every 5 minutes someone in the United States actually dies from a hospital-borne infection. Is that the correct number?
That's correct. It's well in excess of 100,000 a year now. There were 1.7 million hospital-acquired infections reported by the CDC in the U.S. last year, and the fatality rate runs 4 to 6%. For MRSA, it's 20%.
And basically, your technology can virtually eliminate that problem, I guess is what we're talking about.
Well, I wouldn't go that far because there's many different sources of infection. But where the room itself is a source of infection, we can absolutely sterilize the room and all the equipment in it. And once you've done that, the assumption is that the infection rate will greatly decrease. And, of course, that's on our second level of beta testing. That's what we'll be trying to show is an actual decrease by hospitals employing the system in the second level of beta testing.
Now that you've moved your technology into the bioterrorism space, I mean, the company must be getting a lot of attention.
Well, yes. On October 12th, the federal government of Canada visited our laboratory. We had the Honorable John Baird there, who was a government leader in the House of Commons. We had Daniel Wolf, who's the principal and vice chancellor at Queen's University. We had Gordon Brown, who's a member of Parliament representing Southern Ontario. And they actually requested using our laboratories for an announcement on a funding program the government is putting together through the university to reach out to small businesses for technology partnerships between the university and government. As you know, our Mike Shannon, who's our Director of Medical Affairs, retired Director General Laboratory Center Disease Control, Mike presented at the G8 and G20 conferences this summer, earlier this summer in Ottawa and Toronto, and out of that there's a lot taking place. You're going to hear more about this before the year is out. So the bioterrorism countermeasures side of our program is very much alive, and government participation seems to be increasing.
Medizone International, MZEI is their stock symbol. Fantastic, Ed. Thanks for the update.
Let me just give you 30 seconds more or 20 seconds more.
Okay.
Last week we announced the completion of the first round of beta testing at Hotel Dieu Hospital, which is a teaching hospital at Queen's University in Kingston, Ontario, Canada. And there in the hospital we did exactly what we've done in the lab. We sterilized the spaces.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Don.
Thanks, Ed.
Bye-bye.